Hello students, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to discuss about MCQs on Ram Manohar Lohia. This video is very informative to you. If you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon so that you can get the notification of my new videos. Let us start from the early life of Ram Manohar Lohia. When was Ram Manohar Lohia born? Options are given to you. You have to select the correct option and you have to check the preparation status also. The correct option for this question is option C, 23rd March 1910. Let us know some important facts. Ram Manohar Lohia was born into a Marwari Baniya family on 23rd March 1910 in Akbarpur, Uttar Pradesh. After his mother's death, who brought up Ram Manohar Lohia in his early life? Options are his father Hiralal, his maternal grandparents, a lady from the Babar community, their family servant, his elder sibling. What is the correct option for this question? The correct option is option C, a lady from the Babar community, their family servant. His mother passed away when he was just 2 years old and he was brought up by a lady from the Bawa community who was their family servant. Let us know about the education of Ram Manohar Lohia. In which city did Ram Manohar Lohia complete his high school education? What is the correct option? The correct option is option C, Mumbai. In 1918, Ram Manohar Lohia accompanied his father to Bombay, now Mumbai, where he completed his high school education. Rearrange the following schools, universities of Ram Manohar Lohia in chronological order where he studied. First, from Bombay, he completed his high school education. Then from Banaras Hindu University, he completed his intermediate course. After that, he shifted to Vidyasagar College, which is associated with Kolkata University for BA degree. And then Humboldt University of Berlin for pursuing PhD degree. So the correct option for this question is option 2, CABD. Let us know some important facts about this question. In 1918, Ram Manohar Lohia completed his high school education from Bombay. He attended the Banaras Hindu University to complete his intermediate. He then joined the Vidyasagar College under the University of Calcutta and in 1929 earned his BA degree. He then went to Friedrich Wilhelm University, today's Humboldt University of Berlin, Germany, for his higher studies. Which university did Lohia attend to complete his intermediate and graduate studies? For intermediate, he joined Banaras Hindu University and for BA degree, he joined University of Calcutta. So the correct option is option third, A and B. Let us know some important facts. Ram Manohar Lohia attended the Banaras Hindu University to complete his intermediate. He then joined the Vidyasagar College under the University of Calcutta and in 1929 earned his BA degree. Why did Ram Manohar Lohia choose Frederick William University, Humboldt University of Berlin, for his doctoral studies? To learn German, to study national economy as his major subject, to convey his dim view of British philosophy, to receive financial assistance based on academic performance. The correct option is option C, to convey his dim view of British philosophy. For his doctoral studies, he chose Frederick William University, now known as Humboldt University of Berlin, Germany, over educational institutes in Britain to express his disapproval of British philosophy. What was the topic of Lohia's PhD thesis paper? This is very important for exam perspective. The correct option is option B, salt taxation in India. Ram Manohar Lohia studied national economy as his major subject as a doctoral student from 1929 to 1933. Lohia wrote his PhD thesis paper on the topic of salt taxation in India, focusing on Gandhi's socio-economic theory. In which subject Ram Manohar Lohia was awarded the doctorate degree? Economics and Political Science. Option C is the correct option. Ram Manohar Lohia was awarded the doctorate in both economics and political science. He returned to India in 1932. Now, national movement and Ram Manohar Lohia, who was one of the founders of Congress Socialist Party and served as the editor of its mouthpiece, Congress Socialist. The correct option is option B, Ram Manohar Lohia. Lohia's time in Europe also exposed him to socialist ideas, which later played a crucial role in shaping his political ideology. After returning to India, Ram Manohar Lohia became a prominent leader in the Indian freedom struggle and a strong advocate for socialist principles and the welfare of farmers and the backward classes. In what year was Ram Manohar Lohia selected by Jawaharlal Nehru as the Secretary of the Foreign Department of the All India Congress Committee? Options are 1936, 1938, 1940, 1942. The correct option is option A, 1936. In 1936, Ram Manohar Lohia was selected by Jawaharlal Nehru as the Secretary of the Foreign Department of the All India Congress Committee, the highest body of the Congress Party. During his tenure as the Secretary of the Foreign Department, Lohia started to develop his own political standpoint by critically examining the position of which two groups. Options are given to you. What is the correct option for this question? The correct option for this question is option C, the Gandhian leadership of the Congress and the Communist in the Congress Socialist Party. Let us know some important facts. By the time Ram Manohar Lohia quit his responsibility as Secretary of the Foreign Department of All India Congress Committee in 1938, Lohia had started to develop his own political standpoint by critically examining position held by the Gandhian leadership of the Congress and the communists who had poured into the CSP. In which year was Ram Manohar Lohia arrested and sentenced to a 2-year jail term for delivering anti-war speeches? Options are 1938, 1940, 1942, 1944. The correct option is option B, 1940. Let us know some important fact. In June 1940, he was arrested and sentenced to jail term of 2 years for delivering anti-war speeches. Which major revolt was clandestinely organized by the Central Directorate, of which Ram Manohar Lohia was a leading figure, in August 1942? Options are non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, quit India movement, Khilafat movement. The correct option is option C, quit India movement. Quit India movement is also known as the August movement. It was launched at the Bombay session of the All India Congress Committee by Mahatma Gandhi on 8 August 1942 during World War II, demanding an end to British rule in India. When was Ram Manohar Lohia finally released from incarceration along with Jayaprakash Narayan after being captured in May 1944 and tortured in Lahore Fort? Options are 1944, 1945, 1946, 1947. The correct option is option C, 1946. Let us know some important facts. Already released by the end of 1941, Lohia became one of the leading figures of the Central Directorate, which clandestinely tried to organize the Quit India movement, sparked by Gandhi in August 1942. Captured in May 1944, he was incarcerated and tortured in Lahore Fort. As one of the last high security prisoners, Lohia together with Jayaprakash Narayan was finally released on 11th April 1946. Now, Ram Manohar Lohia after independence. Which political concept was introduced by Ram Manohar Lohia, emphasizing 7 types of revolutions for societal transformations? Options are Panchil, Navnirman, Saptakranti, Swadeshi. Saptakranti is the correct option. Option C. Lohia's concept of Saptakranti means seven revolutions aimed at societal transformation and emphasized various dimensions of change. Lohia's seven revolutions are for equality between men and women, against the political, economic, and race based inequalities, for the destruction of caste, against foreign domination, for economic equality, planned production, and against the private property, against interference in private life, against the arms and weapons, and for satyagraha. After India's independence in 1947, Ram Manohar Lohia and other members of the Congress Socialist Party left the Congress in which year? Options are 1945, 1948, 1952, 1955. The correct option is 1948. Which party did Ram Manohar Lohia become a member of upon its formation in 1952 and briefly served as its General Secretary before resigning in 1955 due to internecine conflicts? Options are Indian National Congress, Praja Socialist Party, Bharatiya Janata Party, Communist Party. The correct option is option B, Praja Socialist Party. Ram Manohar Lohia remained a member of the Socialist Party when it fused in 1952 with the Kisan Mazdoor Party to form the Praja Socialist Party. He became the member of the Praja Socialist Party upon its formation in 1952 and served as General Secretary for a brief period, but conflicts within the party led to his resignation in 1955. These dates are very important for exam perspective. In 1956, Ram Manohar Lohia led a split from the Praja Socialist Party to form which new party? Options are Socialist Party Lohia, Indian National Congress Socialists, All India Forward Bloc, Janata Party. The correct option is option A, Socialist Party Lohia. What were some of the socio-political reforms advocated by Ram Manohar Lohia as a party leader of the Socialist Party Lohia? Let us see the options one by one. Abolition of the caste system. This is correct. Adoption of Hindi as India's national language. It is also correct. A stronger protection of civil liberties. This is also correct. So the correct option is option D, 1, 2 and 3. All are correct. Now the reason assertion type of question. Ram Manohar Lohia was elected to the Lok Sabha in 1963 and was noted for his sharp criticism of government policies. This is correct. Despite his progressive views and sharp criticism, Lohia's parliamentary influence was ultimately limited. This is also correct and the correct explanation of reason also. So both the reason and assertion are correct, and the assertion is the correct explanation of the reason. Option A is the correct option. Match the political parties' factions with their respective time period. Congress Socialist Party. The time period of this party was 1952 to 1955. Praja Socialist Party. The time period was 1956 to 1965. Socialist Party Lohia 1965 to 1967. Samyukta Socialist Party 1967 onwards. So the correct option is option A. Arrange the following events related to Ram Manohar Lohia's political journey in chronological order. Let us see the events one by one. Lohia merges the Socialist Party Lohia into the Samyukta Socialist Party. 1965. Lohia becomes a member of the Lok Sabha after a by-election in Farrukhabad. In 1963, Lohia leads a split from the Praja Socialist Party to reform the Socialist Party Lohia. 1956. Lohia joins the Congress Socialist Party when it leaves the Indian National Congress. 1934. So the correct option is option C. D, C, B, then A. Let us know some important facts. In 1965, Ram Manohar Lohia merged his Socialist Party with SSP. In 1963, Lohia became a member of the Lok Sabha after a by-election in Farrukhabad. Unhappy with the new party, Lohia led a split from it to reform the Socialist Party Lohia in 1956. In 1934, Lohia became actively involved in the Congress Socialist Party, founded that year as a left-wing group within the Indian National Congress. Arrange the following events related to Ram Manohar Lohia's political journey in chronological order. Let us see the events one by one. Lohia was selected by Jawaharlal Nehru as the Secretary of the Foreign Department of All India Congress Committee, the highest body of the Congress Party. This incident took place in 1936. Lohia loses to Nehru in the general election in Phulpur. This happened in 1962. Lohia wins the Lok Sabha general election from Kannauj. In 1967, Lohia and other CSP members left the Congress. In 1948. So the correct sequence for this question is A, D, B, then C. Option A. Know some important facts. In 1936, Lohia was selected by Jawaharlal Nehru as the Secretary of the Foreign Department of the All India Congress Committee, the highest body of the Congress Party. Lohia loses to Nehru in the 1962 general election in Phulpur. Lohia wins the Lok Sabha general election in 1967 from Kannauj but passes away shortly after. Lohia and other CSP members left the Congress in 1948. Which of the following statements is correct about Ram Manohar Lohia? Let us see the statement one by one. Ram Manohar Lohia wrote a perceptive article on the mythological figures Rama, Krishna and Shiva. This is correct. He called Rama an embodiment of dignity. This is also correct. According to him, 8 parts of Vishnu were embodied in Rama, whereas Krishna had 16 parts of Vishnu. This is also correct. So the correct option is all of the above. Let us know the important facts. Ram Manohar Lohia wrote a perceptive article on the mythological figures Rama, Krishna, and Shiva. He called Rama an embodiment of dignity. Lohia had great love for Rama and Ramayana. He called Rama an embodiment of dignity. He organized a Ramayana Mela near Ayodhya. According to him, 8 parts of Vishnu were embodied in Rama, whereas Krishna had 16 parts of Vishnu. Hence, his personality was as mighty as the ocean. Lohia wrote that Rama said little but listened to others. Ram Manohar Lohia's literary works. Which book by Ram Manohar Lohia discusses the issues related to India's partition and the individual responsible for it? Options are the caste system, foreign policy, guilty men of India's partition, interval during politics. The correct option is option C, guilty men of India's partition. Guilty Men of India's Partition is a book by Ram Manohar Lohia that delves into the reasons and people responsible for India's partition in 1947. The book was published in 1970 by Lohia Samata Vidyalaya Nyas. In which book did Ram Manohar Lohia explore the relationship between Marxism, Gandhian philosophy, and socialism? Options are given to you. You have to select the correct option. What is the correct option for this question? The correct option is option B, Marx, Gandhi and socialism. Marx, Gandhi and Socialism is a book by Ram Manohar Lohia that delves into the ideology of Marxism and Gandhian philosophy and their implications for the socialist movement. The book was published in 1963. These books are very important for exam perspective, so you must know precisely about these books. Arrange the following books by Ram Manohar Lohia in chronological order of their publication. Fragments of World Mind. This book was published in 1949. Then Marx, Gandhi and Socialism. It was published in 1963. Guilty Men of India's Partition. This book was published in 1970. Fundamentals of a World Mind. It was published in 1987. So the correct sequence is B, C, D, then A. Option D. Fragments of World Mind was published in 1949. Marx, Gandhi and Socialism was published in 1963. Guilty Men of India's Partition was published in 1970 and Fundamentals of a World Mind was published in 1987. How many volumes were there in the complete works of Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia which were translated and published by the government of Karnataka? Options are 2 volumes, 4 volumes, 6 volumes, 8 volumes. The correct option is 6 volumes. The government of Karnataka translated and published the complete work of Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia in Canada in 6 volumes. These volumes made his writings and ideas more accessible to Canada speaking readers. It's important to note that while there were 6 volumes of Dr. Lohia's works translated and published by the government of Karnataka, there were also additional books available in Canada about Lohia as well as private publications that published his works in the Kannada language. Now the time for solving the miscellaneous questions related to Ram Manohar Lohia. At what age did Ram Manohar Lohia attend the session of the Indian National Congress? Options are 14 years old, 16 years old, 18 years old, 20 years old. The correct option is option B, 16 years old. In 1926, Ram Manohar Lohia attended the session of Indian National Congress at Guwahati when he was just 16 years old. What city did Lohiaji study the works of Marx and Hegel which led him to develop definite leanings towards socialism? Options are New Delhi, Mumbai, Berlin, Kolkata. The correct option is option C, Berlin. Ram Manohar Lohia, also known as Lohiaji, studied in Berlin where he was exposed to the works of Karl Marx and George Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel. This exposure to socialist ideology in Berlin influenced his political beliefs and led him to embrace socialist principles throughout his life. Additionally, Lohiaji was deeply influenced by Mahatma Gandhi's ideals, values, and methods, and he integrated elements of Gandhian philosophy into his socialist outlook. As secretary, Ram Manohar Lohia wrote an article titled The Foreign Policies of Indian National Congress and the British Labour Party, which received high praise from whom? The correct option is option C, Jawaharlal Nehru. Ram Manohar Lohia's article, The Foreign Policies of the Indian National Congress and the British Labour Party, was highly appreciated by Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. Nehru described it as a work of outstanding merit, recognizing Lohia's analytical skills and insights into foreign policies of the time. This recognition further solidified Lohia's position in the Indian political landscape and established him as a respected intellectual and politician. In 1939, when the All India Congress Committee passed a resolution supporting the United Kingdom in the war effort during the World War II, who opposed this resolution and wrote an article titled Dawn with Armaments. Options are Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, Ram Manohar Lohia, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. The correct option is option C, Ram Manohar Lohia. In 1939, when the All India Congress Committee decided to support the United Kingdom in its war efforts during World War II, Ram Manohar Lohia opposed this resolution. He wrote an article titled Dawn with Armaments, expressing his dissent and advocating for the stance against war and armament. Lohia's opposition to the Congress pro-war resolution showcased his strong anti-war and pacifist beliefs, which were deeply rooted in his socialist and Gandhian principles. During his underground activities, Ram Manohar Lohia engaged in various forms of communication and authored several inspiring booklets, pamphlets, and articles. Which of the following articles was not written by Lohiaji during this period? Options are How to establish an independent government. This was written. I am free. This was also written. Prepared for the revolution. This work was also done during this period. Economics after Gandhi. This work was not written during this period. So the correct option for this question is option D. Ram Manohar Lohia also established an underground radio station. He utilized the time by writing booklets, pamphlets, and articles full of inspiration like How to Establish an Independent Government, I Am Free, Prepare for the Revolution, and Brave Fighters March Forward. The General Do or Die was also published by him during this period. Another scholarly article, Economics After Marx, was also written by him while he was underground. Which of the following books was not authored by Ram Manohar Lohia? Let us see the book one by one. Kranti ke Hue Sangathan. This book was written. Willpower and Other Writings. This book was also authored by Ram Manohar Lohia. Krishna, Vishnu and Brahma. This book was not authored. The caste system, it was also authored. So the correct option is option C. Krishna, Vishnu and Brahma. Ram Manohar Lohia, a prominent leader during India's freedom movement, was known for his impactful writings and efforts to raise awareness among the masses. His works, such as Mystery of Sir Stafford Cripps, Aspects of Socialist Policy, and Guilty Man of India's Partition, critically analyzed key events and policies shaping the nation. Lohia's powerful ideas on socialism, nationalism, and international relations left a profound and lasting impression on people's minds, inspiring them towards the path of freedom. What role did Ram Manohar Lohia play in the publications Mankind and Jana? Options are given to you. The correct option is option B. He was the chairman of the editorial board for both publications. Let us know some important facts. Ram Manohar Lohia served as the chairman of the editorial board for the publications Mankind and Jan. As the chairman, he played a significant role in shaping the content and direction of these publications, contributing to their impact in disseminating socialist ideas and promoting freedom. Which publications were started by Ram Manohar Lohia to voice his views during India's freedom movement? The correct option is option A, Mankind and Jana. Ram Manohar Lohia started two significant publications to express his views and ideas during India's freedom movement. Mankind was an English daily and Jana was a Hindi monthly magazine. Through these publications, Lohiaji effectively disseminated his thoughts on various social, political, and economic issues, contributing to the promotion of his socialist and nationalist ideals. According to Ram Manohar Lohia, which of the following is not one of the five kinds of inequalities that need to be fought against simultaneously? Let us see the options one by one. Inequality between men and women. This comes under the five kinds of inequalities. Inequality based on skin color. This also comes under five kinds of inequalities. Caste based inequalities. This also comes under five kinds of inequalities. Religious inequalities. This doesn't come under the five kinds of inequalities. So the correct option is option D. Let us know some important facts. Ram Manohar Lohia identified five kinds of inequalities that need to be fought against simultaneously. Inequality between men and women, inequality based on skin color, caste-based inequalities, colonial rule of some countries over others, and economic inequality. While he emphasized addressing religious harmony, it was not explicitly listed as one of the five specific inequalities. What are the five kinds of inequalities that Ram Manohar Lohia identified for simultaneous fight? Options are given to you. You have to select the correct option. The correct option is option B. Inequality between men and women, inequality based on skin color, caste-based inequality, colonial rule, and economic inequality. Ram Manohar Lohia highlighted these five kinds of inequalities as major issues that needed to be addressed together for a more just and equitable society. His ideas on social justice and fighting against multiple forms of discrimination were central to his socialist and anti colonial beliefs. What was the focus of Ram Manohar Lohia's book titled Mystery of Sir Stafford Cripps? Options are given to you. The correct option is option C, a study of the implications of Sir Stafford Cripps' proposals for India's freedom movement. In his book Mystery of Sir Stafford Cripps, Ram Manohar Lohia critically analyzed the proposals put forth by Sir Stafford Cripps, a British politician during World War II. Lohia's focus was on understanding the implications of these proposals for India's freedom movement. The book provided valuable insights into the intricacies of the proposals and their potential impact on India's struggle for independence. When was Ram Manohar Lohia passed away? The correct option is option B, 1967. Ram Manohar Lohia passed away on October 12, 1967. He died a few months after winning the Lok Sabha general election in 1967 from Kannauj. His untimely death was a significant loss to the Indian political landscape as he was a charismatic leader and a passionate advocate for socio-political reforms. Please like, share and subscribe.